time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is June 24th, Wednesday, June 24th. S&P currently down 27, NASDAQ down 363, Russell is flat, slightly green, and the Dow is up 236. Gold down almost 4%, silver is now down over 8.5%. Notes and bonds a little bit green, 10-year yield down almost 2%. Oil is down 4.5%, under $70 a barrel. Natural gas is up 2.5%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn finished red. Euro and the pound are both down 0.25%, and Bitcoin down 4.5%, back under 60,000. VIX up about 3%, hovering above 20, currently at 20.12. As far as my trades today, my BICs have gotten absolutely destroyed. 5 double stops. And the rest one-sided. So down about 6K on the old BICs today. Had a good little run going in BICs. This is, just atrocious price action for BICs, as you can see. Big move up to the upper expected move, all the way back down, currently below lows of yesterday. My day trading was good. Made 1,609. My DCTMs and transformers. The bad news is I was close to transforming number 187, and now it's basically down a couple percent. So I'll close that by the end of the day. The good news is number 180 is in range for tomorrow. If we can stay in range, we'll have a shot at a potential max profit. My one DTE that I transformed yesterday, it looks like it's going to hit minimum profit. And then this one expires in 2 days. So ideally we sit here all day tomorrow and then we rip on Friday to pin that one too. Can I get something like that? Can that happen? Are we allowed to pin DCTMs anymore? It's been a while. I think that is it for me for my trades today. We do have MU earnings after the bell. One of the bigger red stocks on the day. What is MU down? That's down 5.5%. I guess there's some other bigger ones. Some of the quantum names are down around 10%. MSTR. If you haven't been in the day trading chat, I mean, Watson's just basking in glory over the surmise of, or I should say the demise of MSTR. That one's down 8.5%. Although it started to bounce. Where's it at now? Yeah, it's kind of bounced, kind of chopping after the bounce. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of chip stocks are down. Biggest green, Expedia, is up 8%. You know the market's not doing well when your best stock is Expedia. Affirm is also up 8%. Uber's up 6%. So I put this up here yesterday, but let's look at flux for the MU earnings. In the last 5 years, it has exceeded the expected move 40% of the time. Regardless of a gap up or gap down inside the expected move or outside the expected move, the day after earnings, MU has a tendency to go down, which I thought was kind of interesting. The other kind of statistic that jumps out at me is the 7 days after earnings and the 30 days after earnings. If MU closes up within the expected move or beyond the expected move, regardless, if it closes up the day after earnings, it has a tendency to rally pretty strong over the next 7 and 30 days. Conversely, if it closes down the day after earnings within or exceeding the expected move, it has a tendency to continue lower for the next 7 and 30 days. So with that being said, not sure what I want to do. Not sure what I want to do as far as an actual earnings play. I like the post earnings trades much better. If I'm going to play for something inside the expected move, I think I would do a calendar. Yeah, I mean the price of a calendar might be too expensive at this level. Let's see. If I buy a calendar, selling the 2-day options. I mean, I only like to do these for about $1,000. If I go to the 23 DTE, which is the July 17 expiration for the longs. Yeah, I mean, we're talking $4,700 for a calendar for a one lotter. The expected move is about 115. Toss shows about $97 overnight and about $118 through Friday's expiration. So yeah, right in there. 100 to 115-ish. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I don't like the idea of any overnight earnings trade on this, to be honest, directional or neutral. Duck, you could do a duck if you're not. I mean, you've got a lot of downside risk there. I think I'll just wait. I'll wait till tomorrow. Joseph T, you gonna do a duck? See what a little duck looks like. Let's try like the 905. Why is it still showing a calendar? There we go. So you do a little something like this. That is what the kids call an iron duck, Moel. Your risk down to the downside break even on a one lot's about 270. Max profit is about 660. Max risk about 840. Profit on the beak about 160. The downside break even is about 100 points lower. So about the expected move. I mean, you could shift this thing down even lower if you wanted. Yeah, I don't hate it. Don't hate it. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to wait for tomorrow. I'm going to follow the flux probabilities and wait for tomorrow. See if I can find a way to get short. Oh yeah, sorry. Like I said, that downside break even's right at about the expected move. You could probably shift that thing down to some lower strikes to give yourself more downside room if you wanted. L8's not here today, so I can't ask him how destroyed he got on his BICs. Moel, did you trade BICs today? Good for you, Moel. Good for you. Anybody else? I wish I only traded Monday, Tuesday, Friday today. Joseph T, you're in, yeah. Just can't fight this kind of price action with BICs. These are just the days that get you. Nice. Popped an Elmo or two. Was that at the top? Kind of that consolidation near the top? Oh, you did a bunch of them? Petru, it is the British Iron Condor. Got a course. We got a whole channel on the BIC. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 Elmos. 2 losers, 6 winners. Nice. Oh, that's too bad, E. Allison. Sorry to hear about that. Could you get on your phone and do it, or was it just kind of too late? Yeah, did you have a stop? If you had a stop, your internet shouldn't have mattered, but no, it's not a broken wing Iron Condor Petru. It's just managing the put vertical and the call vertical separately. Check out the course. It'll give you all the details. It's a real short 30-minute course. SPX just kind of chopping around previous day low. QQQ getting a little bounce. IWM's trying to stay green. Let's see, what do I need on my number 187? Yeah, I probably need a decent bounce to scratch that one. Looks like it's going to be a little bit red. So I will close that number 187 before MOC, which MOC is here in about 18 minutes. As far as tomorrow goes, tomorrow pre-market, we've got core PCE, we've got final GDP, we've got unemployment claims. That's all pre-market. So some pretty big inflation-related data points that could potentially move the market a little. So close to getting that DC transformed today. That was really disappointing when the bottom dropped out of the market, kind of ran away. As far as the ratio, so the one that I did was the 7/8 DTE. So you can see had a nice little calm down move on the ratio all day until the market started dropping, then it spiked up. So Watson, you put one on after the ratio spiked, after the market dropped, because the ratio has kind of went down a little bit, but kind of more flat to sideways. It looks like, depending on when you got in. So did you put it on a little bit directional? A little bit lower? Gotcha. Good. And I have to give credit where credit is due, Watson. So if you guys didn't see in the directional trading chat, when was that, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Monday, Watson kind of laid out his thesis for getting short MSTR. Very well thought out, definitive plan, definitive levels, Bitcoin correlation, and he got paid today. So nice work. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? As far as, yeah, we weren't supposed to do power hour today, but my schedule changed, but no power hour on Friday. I got to repost actually, I'll do that now. Got to repost the updated calendar. All right, updated calendar has been posted. Then we're good to go on morning and power hour live streams all next week, except for Friday, which is market closed. S&P, pretty little tight range, just chopping below yesterday's high for the last while here. MU on the move. MU and the rest of its chip buddies are on the move. AMD big bounce, SNDK big bounce, SMH in general just big bounce. Nvidia little bounce. Some of these other Mag 7 stocks are just getting pounded. I mean, Google, I caught that nice long off of previous day high. Got out pretty close to the top. I got out of my last couple contracts when that market started dipping. And it's just been all downhill. Microsoft had that initial push really strong to start the day and then just gave it all up. Meta, Tesla, Apple back to unchanged. Amazon almost back to unched. SpaceX just pretty choppy, pretty narrow range in SpaceX. Couldn't really break out of its pre-market range, really. And the chips weak all day until now, apparently. MU trying to get back up to previous day low. AMD above it. SNDK, big bounce. Intel bouncing. And then on the financials, big banks have just kind of been a little bit red all day. Cryptos have been weak all day. MSTR down 9, coin down 5, circle down 6, hood down 6. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close my number 187. So a couple reasons I'm not holding this one overnight. Its price is off center. It's a little bit below my put calendar strike. So that'd be one reason. And then the main reason is we've got those big data points pre-market tomorrow. So don't want to really take the risk on something like that. And as I'm trying to get out, SPX heading back to lows. Got about 7 minutes till MOC. I'll let that order work for a bit. For the next few minutes anyway. And filled. Very disappointing, number 187. Very disappointed. I'm not mad at you. I'm just very disappointed. Could have been somebody. You could have been somebody. Is anyone else still holding number 180? That one expires tomorrow. I entered that as a 1415 DTE. Okay, so that's a couple weeks old. SPX just kind of just hugging that yesterday's low. Okay, MOC in 4 minutes. Let me get my volume on. Hopefully Financial Juice audio is working today. Anthropic accuses Alibaba of illicitly accessing its AI models. Uh-oh. China's trying to hack Claude. I did about throw Claude out the window today, though. I was a little frustrated with Claudius.
According to the information, Intel-backed AI chip firm Sambanova to quintuple valuation to $10 billion.
All right, a few minutes till MOC. Let's see what the old Mahomes is trading for. SPX is at about 46. Oops, wrong strike. 45. $45 fly is still under $1. Yes, it is. What'd you do, Moel? Oh, the duck. Is that your first duck ever? We used to trade ducks like they were going out of style. A lot of SPX ducks. Used to trade a lot of Amazon ducks back when Amazon was like a $800 to $1,000 stock.
So Cerberus shares extend decline to 19% to drop below IPO price.
All right, 1 minute till MOC.
1 minute remaining for the market on close imbalance data.
Looks like our audio is working splendidly today. Got no skin in the game. I don't really care where we go here. Until I get a Mahomes on, then I just want it to move 5 points.
Ten seconds. Market on close imbalance S&P 500 buy side 2.2 billion, Nasdaq 100 buy side 1.4 billion, Dow 30 buy side 180 million, Mag 7 buy side 841 million.
2.2 billion buy side. That is our British friend on Financial Juice, Nor, that likes to give us our market on close imbalance. Sometimes he stutters, but most of the time, most of the time he gets it out for us. He did pretty good today. little bit of a bounce. Trying to get back above previous day low. All right, so SPX up to 54. Lando, there's a spammer. A spammer in the trade hacker mindset and 75 hard channel. Get him. $55. Let's see what the 55 fly is. $55 fly looks like it's trading for $1.50-ish. The amount of movement we've seen today, probably be a little bit later fill. Yeah, Nor. Nice. What was the expirations? And did you put that on today, or when did you put it on? $60 butterfly, still cheap. Yeah, but that was before I closed my number 187, Watson, so it doesn't count now. $55 butterfly, still only $1. Man, these are staying really cheap. A 1.7, cool. And you put that on this morning or today sometime? Very nice. And is that 1.7? Is that a double calendar that you've traded a lot, or that you trade, that you're familiar with, or did you find that like on the Flux scanner, or why the 1.7? Back test, sweet. Nice work, nice work. Still only the 55 fly, still only about $1.50 or so. I haven't entered an order yet. We've only got 4 minutes left. I'm going to put in an order on the 55 for $2. Put one in on the 50 at $2. Less than 3 minutes to go. See if I can get filled here. Otherwise, I'll just cancel them. Had a lot of movement today and a nice MOC, so I don't mind getting filled a little bit later, but coming up on the 2-minute mark now. Filled on the 55. Price was closer to 50, but got filled on the 55. All right, we've got a little over a minute. Let's get down to 50. Sitting at 52, which is my break even. Less than a minute. Bouncing back up to 55. $65 is unch. Watson. I'll take unch again. I'll take that unch again if it's still on the table. 20 seconds. Need a push. Need to push above 58. There's 58. Little push. Little markup.
Order cancelled.
And looks like 73.58.49 for a small win. 73.58.49 may shake around a few cents before it settles, but as of now, looks like a small winner. All right, all, that's a wrap for today. I'll be back at it, streaming live for day trading in the morning and back for Power Hour tomorrow. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.